series as well. It's DRX. I think he's coming with really good game plans to most of these maps. Obviously, the second was very different, getting absolutely stomped there. But they had such good ideas for how they wanted to run their pistols. Their bonus, they won that in the first half here. But then Fnatic, that first time out, I think he's always like the critical point in these maps. And they're so good at very quickly finding that right adjustment and very quickly getting back into these matches.
Where did you feel like DRX really struggled? It felt like those A-long fights, they were trying to make those things happen there. What did you make with that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think that DRX with this composition, a lot of what they want to do is try and find an isolated player and run them over with the double. That's what works so well for them if they can get in positions hard side exact. So what Fnatic was doing really great was disrupting them by picking timings in the mid-round to fight into them instead of allowing DRX to walk up and run whatever exec they want or to isolate a player on an extremity. Fnatic instead finding the right timings to re-clear space and punish DRX while they're setting up for the own style of play that they want.
And especially with this round, you see that DRX, you remember both were saying that in mid-round, we expect them to commit to the side after they made a little bit of noise, and Fnatic dealt with that very well. I thought that honestly kind of was going to be even more of a win condition. I think that, of course, he did have a massive impact in this game, but also we saw a bit from the first half, but also in the second half, with them having the Viper Wall, for DRX, it was so difficult to find that part of the map, but at the end, it just led to a massive lead.
I think what you spoke about there with Kayak, he was not necessarily always involved in those A clears, but it was his positioning that actually facilitated that. When they moved post-timeout, him with the operator towards C-Long, allowed everyone to then shift across towards the A side of the map, then they could have the numbers there to actually start doing those clears.
And it worked brilliantly. Yeah, no, it did. And as a result of that, we have Fnatic up 2-1 in this series. Just one step closer, one map away from being able to run that one back against NRG in the grand finals. Except rather than the upper final, they're going to be fighting for a trophy. But let's talk about this Vine Veil. What should we be expecting here from Fnatic? What should we be expecting from DRX?
From DRX, I assume that is what we see on every single map. That is what we expected. On the side of Fnatic, though, and with the break, also knowing that we've seen a couple of showings of their comp that they were running in EMEA here as well, and it has not worked. I know that one of them was with Doma, so we don't talk badly about Doma. We love Doma.
That's right. He did his job.
And I wonder if we're going to see adjustments there, if they feel like the Tejo is going to be enough to stop the... I think that we saw it coming from G2, and I think that the drone is extremely strong against this competition. I don't know if they're going to double down, though.
Yeah, I do really like that Teo. I think he has the best drone in right now. With the range you have, especially on a map like this, you can full clear down long with it. You can put suppression on Yoru as well. For DRX, on their attack sides at least, they really like to go for a lot of places trying to catch a player on extremity. Normally you're going to have someone who's playing towards long. Normally your initiator player probably crashes here on the fade. Always trying to dog that space. They have a lot of ideas to punish with the Mosquito and send in with the slow, double dive on that player and punish them. But I think Fnatic already shown really great awareness of the set plays that DRX likes to run. So I think they're going to have to dive a little bit deeper here. Even if this is a map that tends to play very well to that harder X style.
Where are they coming from altogether? Why are they going to stage together?
You can speculate. You can speculate where you want. You know what I mean? Go Powder.
They just like doing their thing, especially with those two. They're going everywhere together. But going back to the point you're making of having to actually do that little bit more extra. You're right. Fnatic should be more than capable of dealing with that early round, more direct aggression coming out of DRX for their comp, and then being able to use the drones we spoke about on their tail as well, to be able to take that information, make their reads in the middle of the rounds, and then get their numbers towards where DRX will be finishing.
We know that after map 3 and on a best of 5, everything comes down to a lot of mental. Maps have been extremely close. Oh, look, that is Mina's mom and Jake's mom and Boaster's mom. Oh, that is so sweet with your jerseys and everything. Going back to what I was saying, sorry. The mental is going to be the most important thing. And right now we have to look at DRX. They are the ones having this miracle run. Not a lot of eyes on them, and not many people believe in at first. But of course, they want to take this map. They do have the upper hand of being very comfortable on it. But to me, again, goes back to Alpha. I think that's something that they play. He was making maybe many mistakes, so I hope that he's learned from some.
I do think that the players who are stepping up for Fnatic. We've seen confidence from guys like Kayak, guys like Alpha, maybe aren't having like insane stats overall, but are still having those rounds where they just take a risk with extreme confidence and are shutting down DRX early in those rounds.
Absolutely. Now this is where we get into the point of the best of 5. On this amount of pressure, this sort of stage, okay, plans start to go out the window. The players start to be a little bit in their own element. They start to rely on these little bits of micro-coordination and communication, because without that now, things get very messy. That's where the focus now must be for all of them.
And that's why I think you have to look to the younger players on DRX. Fnatic is a team who has so much experience in these situations, going deep in PO5. For every one of them, even the newest player in Kayak has had those moments before. But for DRX, this is something new. Only the third best of 5 they played on a global stage. They've lost the first two they played, and this one is with the new roster, with fresh players. This is a ton of pressure for these guys.
Fresh players, young players, this is what experience is about. Can you keep talking to the guys around you when it counts?
I was going to say the same thing. I was looking for who that person is going to be. Talking to Peter about it, telling me, Bane is one of those individuals. Kind of like that emotional center for the team from time to time. You see it on the stage.
We do see it on the stage, and I think that we also do it. So during the map that we just watched on Haven, that first half, all that aggression that we were seeing that it was working, the vibes and everything were coming from the side of Bane. Also him individually was very well, so I agree with you.
And when you're talking about falling back on that micro-coordination, just knowing what's up with your teammate without having to fall back on the strap of that really goes to gunman flashback form. DRX's entire lead on this tournament was to prioritize these guys on the double duelist with the Waylay. Of course they're going back to it. Both of them didn't have particularly incredible map 3 of the series. They got smoked on map 2. This is the map where they have to find that form that brought DRX here.
Absolutely. Pressure is on for both of these teams. And they're going for that mosquito comp as we talked about before. But Fnatic failed. One step away from being able to fight for a Master Trophy. This is huge for them.
Yeah, it's the first time that they're able to make it into this grand final. Maybe I'm in Toronto, I don't know anymore. But yeah, one step closer to the first chance finals. For them, we know the Crashes they're baiting. We're never going to buy that. It's never going to happen. But of course, pound for pound, this should be a very comfortable position for every single one of the players on Fnatic. I still think that for DRX, I need free stepping up. I think that in the last couple of matches, he's been having a terrible time.
There's memories of moments like this from years before. For Mako, the closest he ever went to a chance final was against Crashes. That was back when he was on Optic, a very different player now. But that opportunity has always eluded him. He's always spoken about wanting for Mako to finally lift that trophy. Had to watch Genji do it last year. Had to watch two other Pacific teams do it this year. Now, last chance to keep his team in this one. Now he's a leader.
Can Mako call the game that brings the boys to map 5? Let's go ahead and find out. Send it back to your cast. Here's Brent and Sideshow.
Not a lot of players get tested quite like this in their careers. When you get down to these moments here where it's literally Fnatic in the driving seat, in this lower finals. Now they're on the impetus here. The pressure is all on DRX's shoulders. As a player, you might have experience of Mako up there. We got young players being thrown around this core. Now the question is, how are they going to survive under it all?
The last two maps that we have here in the BO5, though, both maps in which you see DRX have 3-0 records at champs. So they're very strong here against the rest of the field, and it's where Fnatic have been a bit more shaky. So I think if they play like they have done the rest of the tournament, DRX can make it to a match 5. They can make it, perhaps, still to the grand finals. But it does come back to what you're saying, the experience, because being able to play like you did in those games that didn't matter as much is a skill in itself.
To shake it all off, the pressure, the expectation, you're weighing upon yourselves. Entire tournament long, you're taking it one step at a time, but an early kill like that, it's all gone to pot.
That's greedy playing for the ult orb.
Fnatic, well accustomed to playing positions like this. In the driving seat, the ball in their court.
They wait to make a play.
Yeah, and he's eventually almost overstepping. South barely getting out of there.
Escapes and flashback through the teleport, making it feel like it was his clone. Does Crashes clear this corner? He's been diligent. But he backs it up.
Time to be taken him flashback. Potentially against the drone. They've missed each other. The onus on flashback, see what he can do. Pressure, apply potential. Control still there. DRX, he's found it. So waited out, just takes a kill, and a shot straight away. White face, and he goes aim! Just going all over the place. Doesn't matter how much you tap away. B-side entirely open now for the taking. It's kind of early ground.
Yeah, he's so deep, isn't he?
Mako will be anticipated, not quite. Doesn't expect more to be that deep here. This is DRX. Getting cut out one step, one player at a time.
And now in a 2v4 that will be a nightmare to recover. They don't know if this player deep towards elbow. Could be in any positions all around the site. Crashy's still with a bunch of util to work with. Can't flash. Fnatic pulling on the pistol round and finding those gaps, those openings.
And how do you play this? No smoke to work around here. Everybody ingratiated themselves into the deeper corners of the site and Fnatic. Cleaning up easily as that, only one player dropping. Letting nothing slip here. Early beginnings for Fnatic themselves. And they're a team that want to close this one out. They don't want to go to distance, all five. I mean, this was just straight up greedy, I think, for Faye. Look at the wide swing of Crashies. I mean, that's a player with experience who knows that in big matches, people are just going to shoot too early. They're not going to settle their aim and go for a steady kill. And he can mess with people like that. He's now picked up the Phantom. Three rifles available for Fnatic in this round. Looking to try to put some pressure over here. Yeah, TP through the team.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, they get crash behind.
I'm not sure that Fnatic got the read on that either. Potential for flashback to end up in a weird position.
Every stack of bodies over the water. Trying to make sure that this one lands safely over the water. Sankak again, setting himself full control over the Showers area. And it's a fake with a TP. We're going to re-clear this one again. Needs to be held into the smoke and right-click and recall. Onto the tree. Sway the plan going down. They're going to wonder once more in control. I don't know what these players are lying. Salvo's well beating. Top of that. C's collected, right there. Hold on, that's a satchel. Does connect. Bullets are landing right now. Pulling apart these players. It's going to be up to players like Kayak to do anything about it. Backing away to Prowler. Forces the issue, but again, the issue is weaponry. Mako does have the rifle. Tap to force the pull. Kayak again. Expect that position, a bit of spam forwards. He gets kills being wrapped across. Steering a lot of damage. But it's left to Mako. Spike's already ticking far too out of range. Can't play for the win, but he can play to do the damage.
Just making sure the Chronicle goes down with him there. At the end of the day, it's just about that economic damage. DRX looks like they had a chance of being able to get that. And it shows you how powerful some of this util can be. Because as soon as they landed that saturate, there was an immediate follow-up possible. But here Fnatic are not going to have the greatest buy heading into the next. They bought three rifles there that they were hoping to take with them into the bonus round. And they can't. Most are actually forcing. Which implies he's going to, I don't know, run a Judge or a Stinger or something next round. So they've actually got quite a bit of weaponry to work with. Back in the pistol round idea.
White face. Way too many players to deal with. Jail card call here by Human. He's going to be backing all the way out.
And flashback coming to reinforce.
Hold on. Showers. Tapped. Giving up seeds. They want Kayaks online ASAP. Drone has to saturate. 5-4. TP out of nowhere. Boaster. What a step behind the IGL.
He forced the Bulldog and he's come away with a potential round win. And look at Crashies. Look at all the space he's gathered towards the back of A. Freeing. He's on an island.
He is. Tight in the corner here. Clearance will spell defeat. The pressure, here's the footsteps, wall goes up. Crashies all the way around the corner. It's getting cleared out. They know rapid position. Got to suspect that something was up, especially with Crashies in such a deep spot. And none the wiser.
Mako again. Same as the pistol round, rotating back side. Doesn't realise how deep somebody is. Crashies is just pushing the very limits of what you can get away with. I think ever since map 2, he's realised that there are gaps in what DRX are doing, whether that be to do with their micro or their macro, and he is testing the very limits of it. He's getting away with murder. The kind of things that you wouldn't expect players to be able to do in less tense environment.
Sure. Big games like this, normally you're thinking about a safe play. Not want to take risks. But if you can take a risk, if you're the kind of person that's got the experience and know which risks to take, there's also more mistakes being made in these kind of big games.
There's more gaps, actually. Because people do tense up. Because you run out of mental bandwidth to be able to cover everything. And here the gap was all the way through lamps. Nobody from B rotated over to try to pick that up. They just left free in showers.
Already seeing difficulties here for DRX. Fnatic is a dream beginning, potentially a closer of a map. Secure a ticket to the grand finals to get their fated matchup against NRG, a chance potentially. Trophy that has always eluded them.
They've already done the best that they ever have at the champs. First year they made it to the quarterfinals, and they took a step further. A step further again and made fourth in 2023, and then slid back this year. Podium finish at the very least. But eyes on the trophy. See the disappointment on the DRX coaches' faces there. Not happy with the way that their team's playing it. It makes sense. Kind of like a flashback to taking the duel over towards Showers, flashback getting the worst end of it and having to leave.
Right was chewing them up. Showers in the hands of these DRX players. It's going to have to be real precise, sharp shooting on their end if they want to see if they can find a way back. Orb is conceded, given up, and dimensional drift now earned. The danger. Especially with these compositions on Vines, the orbs, you see the ult start to get generated, the war chest brimming with them. Big one spots it. That's trying to engage away from that, especially with the C's in the just time, but he might want to take a fight forwards anyway. Saturates there. Meets Prowler. Salva's at the back, dimensional drift as well. Highlights the position, Jumpman. He's not sharp enough, quick enough at all. Needs to be that back of the base position will be highlighted. Pinpoint accuracy and pointed out by that dimensional drift. Now you're seeing it. Fnatic are just, again, all the momentum behind the wind in their sails, taken from Haven to now, all the way to Bind.
Yeah, they're running away with things, but I think there is a small silver lining in this round. The DRX, the pressure over towards Garden did actually force out that dimensional drift from Kayak that they accessed by the Showers ult earlier on. So Fnatic at the next rifle, the one that really matters for DRX. I'm not going to have that huge ult to be able to turn the tide, or rather keep the tide going in their favour. It is obviously a disaster start for DRX, but I guess my point is it could be worse. DRX though, next round, needs to find the adaptation. They could try to run Showers punch, right? Fnatic baiting that they're going to take over Showers repeatedly. And then when they tackle the ult orb, it is Kayak. He's probably still going to escape. But at least you control of that area. Especially if you do a crunch with Yoru and then TP back over to B. You've got to adapt to what your opponents are doing. Right now, Fnatic is saying loud and clear, we are taking Showers. Another round, same idea. Nobody set up the crunch. Nobody really set up the fight. Jumpman's just side of Astra Star.
It's gone. DRX
needs a sword of hit back. Okay, sure. That's one way to do it. Just start hitting.
Maybe signs of life yet. Jumpman, you are hard committed. Border was a smoke blooming in the space just before.
Two recalls. He might be tempted to push back in. Those recalls might make him think that Fnatic had left.
No, disengage, pull back, and away.
But I think partly the reason why they're happy here is because Bane's jiggle towards B long and getting good info. So it feels like it's still going to end day.
Sold on what's going on here. There's going to be happening across the board. This A side, Sours flying forwards to Jumpman. Committed, tight, and that is insanity! He's up for an ace and a run like this! And he's pulled them straight back into the game!
What a timing for it! They needed an adjustment. I'm not sure they even had an adjustment strategically. But he just went out there and killed all 5 of the players on Fnatic, so that I guess they'll get the job done. Brent, still though, no one on DRX out of their seats. No one on DRX, from what I could see, popping off either. A quite reserved reaction from Jumpman. Acing to get the first round on the board, to fend off being eliminated from champs.
You're not reacting to a play like that. When are you reacting? I think it spells it out quite clearly.
God, he's looking for another fight again. He's just sat inside these Astra Stars.
Got it done versus PaperX. Played against them the opening match. Looked like Jin was going to be running away with things. It was Hyunmin to step up.
Oh, he activated.
Bought enough time for us to lock in, shake off the nerves.
He got 20 kills in that second half.
Yeah, definitely did.
Here though, they've lost B-long control, which I think was crucial for Bane to be able to get that info in the previous and get a three-player stack on A. Yoru's messing around with the teleports. Yeah, well, Flashback's real though. He's committed to this one.
Chronicle's watching. Look at that. Prime ready onto it. Picture perfect across their placement. Most of us attack side up. Lane claim to his life. So much to do. Spotlight like this. Hyunmin might be forced issue again. Sidestepped. The eye of it for now. What's going to be sidestepped? Forwards against these. Close corners. Crashes. Already. It's going to be that fifth round. Added up to the tally. Fnatic are not done yet.
Picture perfect response from Fnatic. One blip of Hyunmin acing, and Fnatic straight back into things. Real calm. As soon as the teleport noise is made, it could well be a fake. Obviously, that's what happens when you have Yoru's clones on bind. But Chronicle tucked into a corner. Make sure that he gets the punish on the flashback. And then the attack side also loves to bring out on this map. Punishes an info peek towards short as well. Mako has had the wrong read on where Fnatic are ending every single round. I guess apart from the previous, where Bane was just jiggle B-long.
Credit to Fnatic as well, they're throwing in enough misdirection. Yeah. TP in, the deep drone into showers, making it feel like it could be aroused. Look at it, the info peaks.
Yeah.
DRX trying to put together a clear picture of where Fnatic are. Punish for it, right into the playbook of Fnatic. There needs to be a timeout, something to cancel out this momentum. And it will deliver, hit the panic button here, DRX, because it's your last chance. You can't let a team like Fnatic just run all over you. They will take that opportunity all the way to the bitter end of the finish line.
And what I'm worried about here, Brent, is that it's not just that DRX are losing and down 5-1. They haven't really changed too much. They're still trying to do the same kind of stuff where it's like one solo player contesting over showers, no attempt really to crunch, still trying to do the same game plan of flashback going into the Sand TP. They're not reacting and responding to the changes that Fnatic are throwing out there. They're just running their own style. Which is fine if it's working. Terrible idea if it's not. Hyunmin's giving him the ult. So that at least is a tool to be able to work with. But you know coming out of this, the boaster's going to twist things around, right? You know coming out of Termi's timeout, it's an opportunity for Fnatic to try to land a curveball. Something weird.
Sort of idea is flash track.
That's two BO5 DRX play. Very different team. I should say that to start. It's only Mako really remembers those days. But they both went to 5. So in spots where DRX made it to a third place at Champs, semi-finals before, they've been able to go the full distance. Here it feels like they're running out of gas.
It's that question of best of 5 territory. They have those reserves, pull, dig deep.
What's the adjustment here? Bane taking a slightly deeper line over towards B-long, just getting in front of the Viper Orb. Still Hyunmin solo contesting showers. The only major difference is the flashback's tucked up a bit closer and short.
Not broken, playing away. Bane trying to make a play! Utility to the hand, tries to adjust the aim, it's crashes! Left to contain, it's been trade out.
It's a very solo effort though.
It is, it's all feeling like heroics, really joined together. From DRX, but maybe heroics is what it will take. Flashback. Alpha gone. Out of the fight for now. Still goddamn dangerous. Close against his weapon to his hand, playing right into the palm of his hands.
Flash to reclear. So DRX with some information. Hold strong.
Back it up. The open dissipating. He's put a player out.
Sorry, it's all gone wrong. How was supposed to manage the push right there?
Forwards. It's free. Across the place. It's a game. Boaster could be landing anywhere. He's gambling onto the A side. Excuse me. It's freeing. He's going to be left wondering now.
Wipes the sweat off his mouse and gets the plant down with 10 seconds left on the clock. Freeing. Fairly far away. Boaster with a great weapon for the job though.
Still going to be guessing where B, but he's taking risks now to reposition. Has stars to work with, delay the plant. Big reposition. Wrapping all the way around. Here's it. Cuss into the pull. Disrupts it enough and buys him time. He's going to move on his nice behavior. And Freeing still left guessing, but he's guessing incorrectly. They can't be going wrong. Smoke propped up. Showers and PP, but it's going to be the snake bite, but it doesn't slow it down. What is that? Within a fraction of a second, just as he's about to die. Acid creeping up, melting his ankles, he lands the shot. Top fragging for Fnatic. What's going on there? Boaster. Oh, he's outplayed him. Having an absolute life game. Anticipating it. Oh, he's done him. He's 8-3 right now. Boaster's playing like this. There's no stopping Fnatic. Boaster with the attack on bind. Actually an iconic combo. Made history with it. You've got Sheriffs to work with. Free's got a stinger. A Viper's pit, but it...
There.
It's pure desperation. It is, man. They're also just not doing anything different at the start of these rounds. I guess this time, with the pit, they've managed to double up in showers. But they're just allowing Fnatic to run their game over and over again. Tap to bait, refight Alpha. He's got his ult now. It's just got to be shots hit with the Sheriffs once more. Form factor. DRX putting so much reliance on their players to deliver with the mechanics. Mechanics isn't enough though against a team like Fnatic. Forwards. Catches that contact, forced to respect it. South found way to work, working access to the entire bloody time. Drone's good. Saturate there. To the one, and covered here. White swing. Shots need to be landed, but they don't go for it. It's a dynamic duo, Flashback and Yunmin. They collapse under the might of that pressure. At this point, it's looking like an inevitable 7th round added up. Freeing has a gun that he could try spamming with. Plant's not down yet. Oh, God! What is that? Fake firmly on the side of Fnatic plays like this. But they haven't stopped. DRX have been out here running the lower bracket this whole tournament. Giant slaying, taking down top seeds, left, right, and centre. But against the greatest team that we have in Valorant, they are coming up short today. They're looking out of their depth. More confidence. Listen. The confidence difference could be bigger. The energy's there. It feels like they're really at this point. DRX. They don't have those hidden reserves. Finally something different. It's a horn play. Out in TP, flashback. Taking it one step further. Feels like he needs to take that necessary step. Almost dying forward, almost punished. Barely alive. He's going to be limping into the next engagement. Reposted up. Prowler's trying to get him on the line. Players. Double Prowler. Broken early. Bullets are raining. Chronicle. He knows he's there. Corner to the corner. Defense from Bane. Form broken. Sees there still. Comes out with a reaction. And he can't handle it. I think the heat has been turned up. Crashes. He knows what it takes to deliver a team to a grand final, especially on the biggest stage of the year. Kayak just lying in wait. It's all too predictable. It's all too easy. DRX left scrambling, wondering how do we find our way out of this one. Mako was back against the wall in a rock in a hard place. It's Crash just forcing the issue. He's hammering the nails into the coffin with every single kill, with every single round. The 1v4 miracle plays ordered up, but can Freeing deliver. One player found, three more to deal with. TP's misinformation sowing into their minds, and one flick adjustment again. They can't be stopped at this point. It's Fnatic that day with Destiny. They want that grand finals. They want that placement there. They want access to a trophy they've never been able to lift before. They can feel it, can't they? The confidence in which they're taking all of these fights. When you've played enough big games like this, you can tell when your opponent's starting to crumble. And you keep increasing the pressure. DRX, for once at least, try something different. They tried to pop through that teleport or showers, see if they could set back up. But then the refight, posted into a Viper orb. They're not taking a breath and adjusting and thinking about whether or not the decisions they're making make sense. The pressure seems like it has cracked this Korean squad. And Mako, I got a feel for it because it must be like a nightmare loop happening again. Every time he gets to these kind of positions, they just meet a brick wall.
One of the best players ever to never lift a trophy. And this has been their closest chance in a long while. You're exactly right. Nightmares repeated. It's the one consistent element that's followed from Vision Strike to DRX. The last 5 years of Valorant history. It's been Mako as that centerpiece. But it's all happening again. History repeats itself. They have to turn it around. It has to be now. The final time I use for interjection, at least on the DRX side of things, confidence needs to be there. It couldn't be much worse for them. At this point, they have to put in everything. Because you have nothing left on the other side of it.
They're obsessed with showers. DRX determined to try to hold this area, this time with the smoke. Locking it off. And immediately Fnatic realizes something different is happening. Start to take spike in a different direction.
Maneuver around it. Water flowing into the cracks in the pavement.
Oh,
timing.
For a moment there. Could have been Mako going down. And this Viper orb that's been in space has been horrible for him too. Chronicle keeps putting it up and down. Limiting his knowledge and information that he's got access to.
Incredibly static by DRX. We could go not willing to take a risk in a moment like this when it could turn around. No switch up, no change in the confidence. And Armageddon's waiting to layer it down. It's a red card roll down behind. The deadly one at that. One's going to be dealt with. Snake bite as well, follow up. Close. Kayak is in it through it. Oh man! Head to turn. They weren't ready for that.
No clue. Kayak had an easy entry. Shooting players in the back side of the head. Bane and Freeing left reeling. And the retake just has no hope, surely. Three sheriffs. Kayak going so wide. I mean, this is just mad confidence.
It's done. Dreams for DRX. Carrying the pride of their nation on their shoulders. The pride of the Pacific. Looks like it will be ended here. Fnatic are writing that next chapter, and they're using the blood of DRX to bloody do it.
It was Chronicle actually, who we just heard say that they felt like they crumbled under the stress against NRG. Remember that for all that we talk about Fnatic being in great position before, Champs is a little different. They haven't been in this spot, but they have so much experience in big BO5 games. And this time they're stepping up to the moment. Rifles back online for DRX, again doubling up, this time with the Viper over towards Showers. Slightly different setup where Flashback picks up Hookah and is able to teleport away to A if they need it.
It's an operator.
They've not at any point tried to fight Hookah aggro. Bane now trying to grab information over there. It does seem like a good defensive swap. I like the adjustment they've made. It's round 11. You're down 1 to 9.
Too late.
It feels hopeless.
The old stacked against you. DRX might have them sound, but put in a position to use them now. Thrown forwards. Pressure applied evenly across this A side, freeing and Mako to be asked the most. Can you hold back the onslaught? Showers control. Fighting important. Salvos clear on the side of it. Orb up.
Trying to make it difficult to tell when they're actually going for a big hit.
There's B.
Huge ultimates available for DRX. Mako's waiting. Trying to figure out when to use his smokes, when to use his molly. And then, of course, he's got the orbital strike in the back of him too.
Star's going to be dropped down out of dimensional just to get to layer out. Set. The cosmic vibe, seeing it. Everything being used. Conversion pass, slow down the approach. It's a flash in the face. And Mako can't stand it. It's too much. He turned up all the way. You're out of the bloody pan and into the fire at this point. It's up to Hyunmin to see if he can deliver it. Nightfall, everything being invested. It's a last hurrah and a last chance at that DRX. They got to win this out and they need to do it now. Through the box, another kill claim. Going even at that 2v2.
Another flash still.
Rapid action. Stars lay it down. It's never ending. The pressure being pushed. One tap. Forces it. To pull, finding it. Seconds being bled out. Stun connects. Chronicle. Slinking in from behind. The deliver. He's hoping to get a chance to gain another trophy.
They're just not worried about anything. He's running in front of the waylay out there, Chronicle, scaling with the spike, and then the post-plant walks fully through lamps, about as quickly as he could without making any noise. Because he's not scared about being punished. They know they're going to win. Poster's running out of dance moves.
Not enough emotional slots at this point. 10-1. One more round and a half, but the demeanor is just in the dumps for DRX. Nothing is working. Aggro play, white face at that, straight into the operator, miss shot for Boaster.
Every time they try to take the fight, somebody on Fnatic just backs up. And DRX never get that clean engagement they're looking for.
No.
Meanwhile, they lose space elsewhere.
Masterclass in calling work by Boaster.
That's a really good indication of buying defaulting.
It's a stun off the contact. Even if Kayak is alone, Gatecrash to get out, there will be no trade in sight. And again, risk to be taken. Freeing. Stepping forwards. Might be able to catch the timing again as his back turn towards him, but he fires too soon! And he's lit up on the side of things. Kayak join the rest of the pack. One last chance here, but Mac is going to get it. With the molly lay it down, short control is theirs.
Time is ticking.
Fnatic working like a fiddle though. Gunmen forward to the angle, needs to be sharp, needs to be more. Stun into the corner, Alpha takes it towards the back. Slipped into that 2v2. One last chance to really correct the course. Fnatic sidestepping, dwindling into the fight, damage done to all of them from behind. Backo gives him a lifeline, a shot in the dark, but they have to follow it all the goddamn way. It has to be perfection on the second half.
DRX have put themselves in such a hole here. It's a nightmare scenario, 2-10.
Sabay ka? Tara! Actually, pwedeng akin na lang yung feedback.
Share mo na lahat, pero pagkita.
Sa'yo na lang, Jailing!
Pagtamis alat sarap.
Fnatic have had accomplishments before. Lock-in, you'll remember that. Masters Tokyo. The one big one that's always eluded has been that Champs Trophy. And now they stand on the precipice of making further than ever before for a chance to potentially take it to NRG in that all the way. They were destiny for themselves.
Here's Boaster. In Coinbase, he put down a fabulous first half, buying up the operator, and getting great value out of it too. I think the calling though was just masterful in that half. The way that he danced around the fight DRX wanted to take. And let me be clear, it's also a crop from DRX. There's no getting around that. But the mental fortitude being shown here couldn't be more different on both sides. And now it just falls to Fnatic to close things out cleanly and not give DRX a shred of hope.
Like most comebacks can start with the pistol round, but I'm not going to sell you it just yet. Looking all too surmountable.
Yeah, feels very similar to Corrode, where Fnatic were just completely in charge.
Time ticks down though. Game is afoot. Pressure on immediately here. Horn, jump in, take that line. We'll catch contact of that one, kids. We're going to illuminate that smoke in their face, make it difficult DRX to get sort of foothold.
Flashback to the furthest one in over towards Showers. Had a very rough half. Inexperienced player looking to try to get a bit more confidence, taking the challenge.
Eager fight. Feels like he has to redeem himself, perhaps. Well, the Util collapsed way short. Deadly trap. And there's still multiple layers to this. Players lying in wait like crashies. Max gone though. Free forwards, but no follow from the Judgment. This joint to the best. DRX is still making the best of it. Find their way forwards. Smoke dissipates. And with it, the kills are claimed and collected. Corranta and an all up. DRX not finished yet.
Another lifeline. Mako gave them one to end the half. Now bringing a flashback combo together. I'm not even sure that he was intended to open it. That looked like he was in the clone. Either way. 3 with 3. Flashback follows up. DRX give themselves a shred of hope. The attack side execs really strong. But we were talking about that Corrode and they just never even materialized.
Now it's all about making sure that you have the weak spots. No sore spots. Making sure you clean around like this. As best as you can when you have that weapon in your hand. Mako, not to get overwhelmed. Could have been deadly. Fnatic thrifty multiple times over the course of this series so far.
Yeah, this one doesn't look particularly likely. Crashes and kind of classics. Important that you don't allow a big ult snowball to happen, but Marco's you're not too worried about. It's this kind of dive in that Bosa will have been prepping for. We saw the prep come out on Corrode. I think that's the most similar map in terms of drawing comparisons. But Fnatic were really ready with some crossfire setups to try to punish the way that Gunman and Flashback want to get in. If Fnatic have done that level of prep here on Bind, the game should already be over, we just don't know it. A 10-4, 6-round lead. It's Fnatic who are known for the comebacks. Fnatic that pulled it off.
That's a rifle. Hey up. Has to be reclaimed. Tapping away. Goes there in time. Hands are free.
Crashy's desperately just trying to throw it off the edge of the map there.
Did it.
I think was that a pistol? Did he recover? I don't think he managed to get the rifle back in there actually. So this is the first test for Fnatic. Maintaining composure, dealing with what DRX have got to throw at you.
Off the bloody map, man. That's the state of mind of Fnatic, and they feel like they've already won.
Yeah, spirits are high. I think everybody watching feels like they've already won as well. The question is whether DRX can make it down.
They're going to have something to say about it here. Flashing the horn. Lines it up in the face of Crashes, break it in time. Prowler. Prime held in hand. Miss on the corner. Flashback being inserted.
They're ready to go for this crunch. Look at Alfie's position. He's just backed it up now. He's thinking about going through the TP.
Flash Prowler and squeeze occurring. Short, top kayak. Tight, getting hand escape out of that spot. Spam is enough to trace the Chronicle. Forwards again. Chronicle. My God, man. Flashback now is going to be forced to answer back as best as he can in a spot like this. But it's too much. The trophy cabinet is brimming for Kron. A man like this, and he's rising to the occasion. the challenge to take it all away.
He's a guy that just seems to get better the more the pressure is applied. There's a reason that he's been on winning rosters time and again.
I feel it. He's actually going to terminate them.
16 and 6. Look at some of these shots. How sharp and quick they are.
He's just locked in.
He really is. He's in the flow state. You don't pull off a comeback against that kind of chronicle. So the bonus round goes nowhere for DRX. They have really one last hope at making this snowball a reality. Otherwise, it's doomed.
Finished, done, dusted, is your year done. Despite themselves setting low expectations, coming into the fourth Pacific Sea themselves, trying to take it one game at a time and have fun with it. The spare is creeping in.
Yeah, you can't help but hope for more when you get into a position like this.
Exactly, and it all just becomes a little bit too real. You were playing without house money! Bait and switch.
What a punish. And he is becoming the Terminator. Flashback. Reels back. Grabs an ult, two away though still. Not close to providing that opportunity for his team to engage. They're going to have to do this one 4v5. NRG will win a bunch of them against Fnatic. But DRX got to go through a nasty crossfire setup here.
Deal with it. Kayak. Tucked up here, going to be forced fight out into the open. That's a shot that does get claimed. Familiar position. Kayak still playing here. We'll get traded out in the end. Even exchange at that. 3v3. DRX still. To get that plant down. And the pressure is relentless. The Util coming out and Alpha creeping from behind. He's found it. The right time to strike. Coming gone. Comes out with a shot to be landed now. DRX trying to carve a path. Trying to carve anything at all. But 12 rounds is inevitable. Fnatic will not be denied.
Huge performance out there from the players under pressure after Chronicle went down. And Fnatic get their way up to match point. They have 8 opportunities to close this game out in a 3-1 fashion. Not even seeing the fifth map here. They're going to rematch with a chance for revenge against Crashy's old team. The crowd behind them. DRX desperately clinging on. But this map felt like it was over a long time ago.
Dream close to dying here for DRX. Flash forwards, aggression, name it again, the weaponry not good. Judge Sting is rifle in hand, Spectre maybe a trail at the end. Dimensional drift up. It's all or nothing now for DRX. Taking it forwards here, but Fnatic gearing up themselves. Down to each short angle. Spotted outside of it. Judging your fresh penetration coming in. Big fast already. Bane's running all over them. Shot to the back. Shot to the dark. That's surely done it. Fnatic. The uncrowned kings are looking for that final trophy. That final throne. And as always, eluded them. They are coming for FNC's neck.
An opportunity of revenge well earned today. They've fended off DRX twice in a row after these squads have gone back and forth across history. And Mako, a small smile on his face. It all crumbled around in days towards the end, but be proud of what they get together, this rookie version of DRX. Today though, not enough to be able to take down Fnatic.
Where that miracle will die. Finish just before the finish line. Fnatic all smiles. They would take destiny. Rematch against NRG. The chance to lay claim for that hand trophy. As I said prior, it's always eluded to. Give the DRX, they can't be proud. Fouls across the board. 4 seeds for Pacific coming in.
Yeah, and equalising their best tournament run ever, which was a champs in 2022. But for Fnatic, you're right to put the focus there because they've never been in a champs grand final. They've never even been in a champs lower bracket final. And they played today, as you would expect. Like the goats that they are. Super experienced. An incredible squad. Able to rely on pillars like Chronicle and Trashies who have been in those finals. But Fnatic have been every single champs. And this is the first one where it really feels like they have a chance of being able to win.
Feels real to avoid for them. Deepest placement they've ever had, the biggest stage in the game.
Waiting in that grand final NRG.
Showmanship towards the end there by Alpha. Respect.
That's the thing when you're so experienced, you know what it is to lose in those kind of moments too. You learn from those losses. Fnatic scary though. Couple of games here on the road. Sunset they hadn't showcased. Bind, they had one on at this corner. And so being able to turn around those massive maps. Sunset less so, but Corona Bind. They stomped today. Absolutely dominated.
It's pure showmanship, domination from them. For now, we're at the stage, but a very close match.
Signing very first of all, congratulations. What an insane moment for everything. And I need to tell you that it feels emotional to see you back on a grand finals at Chas. It's been so long since the last time. We know that you guys were disappointed. You match against Energy yesterday, yet you came today in such a big fashion. So what was the secret recipe for a speedy recovery like that?
Fnatic always comebacks.
I hope. And let's will not forget about it tomorrow.
Oh, so it's going to be time for revenge, right? On sait qu'il y a un petit peu déçu quand je contre Énergie hier, mais aujourd'hui en grande forme. C'est quoi le secret? Tout simplement énergie. Statique, toujours revenir, donc ne l'oubliez pas. And we're going to see that tomorrow, of course. And since 2021, we've been following you, and we've rarely seen you as emotional, as concerned about doing good for the boys as this year. With this roster, so what makes it so special to make grand finals with these boys specifically?
I think honestly, I'm just happy for us because we had a rough start towards about this year, like literally maybe one of the worst kickoffs for us, and we come back to the stage so good, like a lot of second place in international tournaments, and right now another grand final of international. It honestly feels insane.
Where you belong, Nicolas. I'm not gonna lie, deuxième question. Forcément, depuis 2021, on te connaît. C'est rare de voir autant d'émotions, Nicolas, vouloir autant faire bien pour ses coéquipiers. Pourquoi avec ce roster-là en particulier? Je suis trop content pour moi et pour mes teammates. On a eu un kick-off compliqué, un des pires kick-offs forcément de l'histoire de Fnatic. Et du coup, on est trop fiers. Do you want to say something in French, maybe?
No. NRG, we're coming for you. And we're going to be ready tomorrow. You better be ready. When you're eating your dinner tonight, you better know we're ready. When you're watching our VOD, you better know we're going to be ready. And when you're in bed, having nightmares about us, you know we're going to be ready. Back to you, Chronicle. One last question, Chronicle. As a player, we've seen you growing. You know, we've seen you growing as an individual also. So looking back at it, those 4-5 years of Valorant, what are you the most proud of yourself? And what do you want to show NRG tomorrow? Honestly, our confidence, our consistency. You know, there's not that many opportunities to play grand finals of champs. Believe me. I played it already. I played it second time. I hope, and I'll try my best to make it successful now.
Wow, and we trust you on that for sure. Dernière question, on t'a vu beaucoup évoluer, de quoi est-ce que tu es le plus fier? J'ai déjà joué dans des finales de Champions, très rare d'avoir cette opportunité, donc je vais la saisir et on va tout casser demain. Thank you so much, guys. Make some noise for Chronicle in the arena. And we're going to see you tomorrow for grand finals. That's it, FNC. See you tomorrow. À demain.
Holy moly. Thank you so much. so much for that, Lou. We are now joined by the one and only Alfier. Brother, congratulations. You're going to the finals here at Valorant Champions Paris. First and foremost, man, how does it feel to, after the hardships you dealt with, not being able to make that first game or that game in Doma Philippines until now? What a journey this has been for you.
This is interesting journey for me.
Yeah.
I didn't surprise when I'm coming here. I didn't thought we're gonna go final or I'm gonna get sick and Doma is gonna play. It was like all the random things. But right now I'm so happy